Hey guys, this is Mike Crow here. I am going live out onto Facebook. And this is something I'm going to be doing every day for a while. So many things are changing in our industry. We're watching new inspectors come into the industry. We're watching inspectors that are been in the industry for ages now selling their companies and going out there and to do incredible stuff as far as getting outside of their business as well. So I don't look. I've been there. I've sold my company. All right. I've watched a bunch of my friends sell their company as well. Usually not as good of an idea as it sounds. I always say it's kind of like killing the golden goose. Yeah, you get something right away, but then what you had is all gone. Now, if you're getting older, let's say 75 plus, okay, then maybe it's a good thing to do. Now, what I want to do over the next several days from here on out is help inspectors be successful. You know, I like to tell people, be successful and be around those that are successful. So we have a number of people that are out there that have either done some incredible stuff, and there's a number of people out there that are following me on Facebook and different venues that are struggling. And so what I want to try to do is help you get rid of some of those struggles. And Krista, actually, my oldest, came up with this whole thought of driving inspector success. Okay. And part of the reason is that I go out every single day. I go out every single day to go see my dad, who had a stroke about 9 months ago. Physically, he's doing great. He can't drive anymore, and we go out and we have lunch. And I usually work in the offices like 1 day a week, maybe 2 days a week starting here soon, as we're getting ready for our show. And that's an hour drive out there and an hour drive back. And people were going, why don't you use that time to help as many people as you can? Well, I used to pick up the phone and call some of our members and go, hey, how are you doing? And some people on Facebook would do different things, and we would work with them as well on that. And I thought, you know, what I really need to do is take this message, get it out there live, and we'll take this message, we'll put it out on some of my YouTube channels, and we'll take this message and we'll put it out on some of our websites and different places as well. But we'll just simply try to help inspectors drive successfully in their business. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you'll join me as this is our first one out there. I can already see people joining. I just want to tell you thank you for coming on. Does my heart good to see that many people already joining us and already saying hi and some thoughts there. And by the way, if you want to put a little note there, if I can see it, then I'll even mention it. But thank you so much for that thought process. Now, we just got out of 2024, and it was our best year ever again. All right, 2023 was our best year ever. Now, does that mean we just got everything and blew everything out of the water the exact way we wanted it to? No, of course not, okay? We have our struggles at our own company as well. And if you don't know, I run a very large home inspection company here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And when I say run, I use that term very loosely because my oldest son, Jonathan, oversees our inspection business. Krista, my oldest, she oversees all of our businesses. Me and her, Jonathan, and her, we sit down on a regular basis and we start working on different pieces of what we need to do to build our businesses. And over the next several days from now, what I'm going to start doing is sharing some of those pieces with you. Also in March 10th, 11th, and 12th, I'll be doing my annual show again. And my annual show is going to have incredible speakers coming into play and some incredible topics. And I'm going to start talking about some of those topics and even start dropping some of the little tidbits that you need to be there for that. And so there's a lot of great stuff. In fact, if you're not aware, there is some websites out there that we already have set up where you can go get some free advice already. And one of those websites is coachblueprint.com/ 9, and that's the number 9, 9 secrets. So coachblueprint.com/9 secrets. Go pick up that free report and see some of the secrets in answering your phones and making sure that people are choosing to schedule with you. If you have your phone set up and they're not choosing to schedule with you, that's a problem. All right. And, I have a whole thing I call winter marketing. And over the next few weeks, next few days, you're going to start seeing me do a number of seminars or webinars, as some people like to call them, every Wednesday night for the next 7 Wednesday nights. And I'm going to start teaching some of those pieces. One of the things I'm going to start teaching is winter marketing, because we are in winter. And, I'm here in Texas and we don't get a lot of snow and ice, but today we have snow and ice, and it's kind of refreshing and fun and cold and a little slippery out there. And so there's a lot of things that we're working our way through that. Now, in winter marketing, and by the way, your winter, depending on your business and depending on where you are, your winter may be different months than mine, okay? My winter months are November, December, January, and February. And as we start pulling everything together, the biggest thing that I am looking to try to do is make sure that we get through those winter months successfully. How do we get through those winter months successfully? November and December, oh man, I just cringe when we go into November, knowing that we're going to do great stuff and that we're going to work our way through it. But I want to be profitable even in November, December, January, and February. And to say that, I don't want to cut a bunch of our people. Our number one expense in this business is people. The number one expenses are our inspectors, the people answering the phones, our marketing people, which most of you don't have those, and different things. And so, but I don't want to go slash a bunch of jobs out. I'm just not that kind of person. Okay. And so one of the things I'm trying to figure out is how do we make sure that we're growing the business, making money through November, December, January, February. Here we are in January, and we are on the other side of that hump of the winter, and so we've done a lot of incredible things. And we had our best November, our best December ever. Now, here's a big part of that. One is that you've got to make sure you get your marketing out there, and you've got to make sure that every opportunity that you have out there, you're making the best of every single opportunity. When that phone rings, you got to make sure you're getting it answered. I used to, and I still say AATP, which means always answer the phone, okay? When you don't answer the phone, the next person that does answer it has a 75% chance of scheduling that inspection, and that means a 75% chance that you will not get that inspection. Now, I know there are some single-man operations out there that people will call, and they'll wait for you to call back, and that's wonderful. That's just not normal in the inspection industry. But it's wonderful if you have that kind of relationship. If you've been doing inspections 10 years, 20 years, and somebody calls you and they know you're calling back and they're not even calling anybody else, but that's just not normal in the inspection world out there. And I want to make sure that you know that when that phone rings, you got to answer it. One ring, great. Two rings, great. And then by that second ring, you should be going, "Hi, thank you for calling." Okay, whatever the name of your company is, and introducing yourself, and then doing whatever you can to schedule that inspection. By the way, Krista and I have literally created a whole set of scripts around answering that phone. That is that part of that 9 secrets of scheduling more inspections out there. And so go get that at coachblueprint.com/9. The number 9 secrets, and go get that free report. But the big thing to start off with is answer the phones. I call inspectors all the time. Sometimes I'm calling our members. Sometimes I'm calling old friends. Sometimes I'm calling people off a list that somebody said, "Hey, Mike, this guy really needs your help. Could you give him a hand? Could you help him a little bit?" And I give them a call. Sometimes they reach out to me to Facebook, and I go, "Hey, give me your phone number. Direct message me right here on Facebook. Give me your phone number, and I'll be glad to give you a call when I'm driving to go see my dad, or when I'm driving home from seeing my dad after we've had lunch or whatever." The big thing is that if you don't answer the phone, one, I can't help you, and two, you can't schedule that inspection. So you've got to make sure AATP, always answer the phone. Now, here's the other side of that is that usually there are times when you can't answer the phone. Or maybe you shouldn't answer the phone, okay? If you're on date night with your wife, you're at your son's or daughter's soccer game, and they're out there on the field, yeah, you probably shouldn't be on the phone. You should be giving them 100% attention. One of the things that I heard several real estate agents say was my son would say, yeah, I was on the field playing, but you were on your phone. And so, what difference did it make? I mean, it is amazing how much attention we pay to our children gets wrapped up into them, whether they feel important or whether they feel like we're doing the right thing or not. By the way, this all goes down to some of my basics. I had a wonderful gentleman working with me, and he said, Mike, you have 5 real focused items. And then I eventually turned that into what I call my high 5. Boom, my high 5, all right? And so it really starts off with family. The number one important thing to me is family. I hope in your world that you have a family to do that. It's one of the reasons I go see my dad every day since he's had his stroke, okay? It's one of the reasons that I'm building Crow Village, where all my family is close to me. I'll tell you more about that down the road, okay? But family is number one. And then faith. I'm an incredibly faith-driven person. And I have to tell you, taking that hour to drive to go see my dad and taking that hour to drive home, I have a lot of discussions with myself. And a lot of those discussions end up with a discussion with God. All right, so God, you're doing this, and you have control of this situation. What do I need to be learning from this? What do I need to be applying to this? What do I need to make sure that I have in place so that I can make the most of this? How do I take this time and help as many people as I can? And then boom, one of the things I started doing was watching a lot of YouTubers and different things, and I've been studying things about family and financial. And by the way, that's the third F. So the first F is family. The second F is faith. And the third F is financial, because if we don't get the financial right, everything else in our life suffers. And everything else is harder. My dad likes to say that, money only determines how much aggravation we have to put up with. All right. And my dad has done quite well. So he's had a nice home. It's all paid for. He's got plenty of money in the bank. He is not worried about life. He is not very happy that he had a stroke and that he's lost part of his vision and different things. But financially, he's not every day worrying about whether, his Social Security check has come in or whether he has enough money for lunch. And by the way, we go eat usually pretty darn good every day. So family, faith, financial, all right, and then fitness, all right, fitness. And I will tell you that I recently just got back from what I call our sisters tour. My wife and her sister, we have started last year, and this was our second one, going to Disney. And I ate a little bit too good, okay? And I had all this stuff there in front of me. But that also leads into that very last thing, which is fun, okay? So family, faith, financial, fitness, and fun. And by the way, on these daily ones that I'm getting ready to start doing, you're going to start seeing more pieces of those. Because if you don't have all 5 of them working in your life, then you're probably going to have some flat spots that are going to be like bumps in the road. And I want to try to help you avoid that. Now, the biggest thing that I see in helping driving inspector success, which is what Krista suggested we call this, I loved it as soon as she said it, driving inspector success, is learning how to market your business properly. See, one of the biggest mistakes you will hear over and over and over again is that, hey, you just need to do a really good, solid inspection and you'll have all the business you need. It just isn't true. It isn't true at all. I was just listening to an interview that me and Nick Gromyko did 8 years ago. And even then I was telling people, doing a great inspection is just a small piece of it, And you need to be able to take it to another whole level. Okay, so you've got basically 4 parts of your business. You've got your admin, you've got your marketing, you've got your phones or your sales, and then you've got your inspection part. And you've got to make sure all 4 of those are balanced again, or you have a flat side of your wheel and you have a bump in the road. I call that the business bullseye. We'll talk about that more down the road as well. Look, guys, I just want to tell you, I'm excited about the next couple of months as I start putting these out. And who knows, maybe I'll just continue doing this forever. And there's some people going, oh, Mike, that's going to be something you have to do every day. Yeah, duh. And you know what? I'm going to get that done. You hold my feet to the fire. Feel free to leave a comment and say, Mike, thank you for doing these, or Mike, we don't need one of these every single day, okay? Just whatever you want. And for all of you guys that are here, I just want you to know I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to say thank you for coming on live with me. We have a number of people that have done so. I'm learning how to do this. I still don't know how to bring people on camera. I know somebody has said, hey, bring them on camera or whatever. I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to work on different things. But you've got that little heart button there. You got that little like button there. Feel free to hit those. And I love seeing the likes and the hearts come up, and all that as well. I see Wes Mast is out there. Gosh, Wes, you and Christy are just some of my favorite people in the world. I just want to tell you thank you. I love watching what you guys do with your family, and they're getting tall, dude. They're getting tall. And all the Disney cruises that you go on with them, you just do incredible stuff with that. And there's just so much, guys. And I still remember when Wes and Christy Mast came on originally with me, and they were growing their business. And I'm just going to tell you, they were dynamic people. And then they took their business from where it was to over $1 million. And now their life is so amazing. All right. And it was amazing to start with. And they truly understand that high five. They truly understand family and faith and fitness and fun and of course getting the financial rate. Okay, so there's so many little secrets. So just a couple out of this call that we talked about here a little bit. One is we got to make sure that your life is balanced with those like high five, and your high five may be different. That's okay, because if you have a flat spot, you start having bumps in the road. Can you imagine? You go around, it goes bump, all right? And you want to see what you can do to avoid some of that. The other thing is right now, especially during the winter months, you want to make sure you're always answering the phone. And by the way, if you can't answer the phone or shouldn't answer the phone, then holler at me, and I'll send you who I'm using as our backup call center, because our offices are open from 7 in the morning till 7 at night every single day. We have a backup call center that books still for us anywhere from 20 to 25 jobs a month, okay? They just do an incredible job. So if you need a good backup call center, let me know. I'll let you know who we use, and we'll go from there. Also, mark these dates down again. March 10th, 11th, and 12th. Here in the Dallas area, we are going to be doing my next 3 days, and we call it Mission 25. I used to call it 3 days of Secrets Revealed. It still will be 3 days of Secrets Revealed. We're calling it Mission 25, and I just want to make sure that you have the time to come join us. For all of you that came on and said hi to me during this, I just want you to know I greatly appreciate it. I see a couple of you said, hey, Mike, let's chat. I absolutely will reach out to you. You guys have a great day. And just know, some people think that there aren't secrets to being successful. They don't know what they don't know. And the truth is, there are so many people out there that are willing to help you be successful. So do that and be around others that are successful. Hey, you guys have a great day. I'll talk with you again soon. Driving Inspector Success. All right. Bye-bye, guys.